following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Welcome in, everybody. It's time for Main Street today. A big shout out to everybody who joins us every day. Got some new people on our Instagram. A shout out to Rachel Walker Mason and to Shane Farmer and my friend Gordy Thomas and Mike Vest and Mr. Nashville Talks. Just a few of the people who've joined us on Instagram. Some folks joining us right now. Bruce, a great day in America. It is. And our lovely Elizabeth, happy Wednesday to you. It is Waggin Tales Wednesday. That's what we do here. We talk about pets. So we've got a great segment that's coming up with my friend from A Place to Bark. Miss Bernie Berlin will be joining us. And right now we're going to kick things off with, when it comes to important events, if you want to raise money for a great cause, the first people to step up, the first people are always independent artists and singer-songwriters, period, end of story. And they give of themselves and they give of their time. And this couple, you're just going to absolutely love them, hopefully as much as they love each other. They're the cutest couple in the world. We're going to kick things off with them just dancing around, and it's going to make your whole Wednesday just a little bit better.
What's that?
Step right up, step inside. Yeah, he's gonna get you high. Welcome to the show. Tickets, please.
You don't want to miss this.
It's not an act. He looks like Jesus, and he sings like Johnny Cash.
You're gonna cry, cry, cry. Gonna swear you're looking at an angel.
Uh-oh, mystery. Uh-oh, reality is all a little tricky. Welcome to the carnival of life. Sometimes it's magic, sometimes it's tragic. Wrong or right, black or white, all the devil's in the details. There's no guarantees, no money
da dee dum dum, da dee dum dee dum, da dee dum, da dee dum.
Ouch.
That was fun. And you guys join us. Dawn loves Nash, Rock ALS, an event coming up. Before we get into the event, thank you guys for joining me today.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
us and helping us spread this
Support.
message and supporting local artists and musicians and singers and songwriters. Thank you.
You guys have such a beautiful, let's just, because it is our heart month and it is the month of love. How did you guys meet? I love this part because it's in your bio, so I knew it was okay for me to ask. How the two of you started this thing, and it's really handy that you sound really great together.
Isn't
Thank
it?
you.
We're pretty lucky.
Yes, thank you.
Pretty lucky.
We met, well, actually, ironically, today is our 12-year anniversary of being married.
Happy
Today.
anniversary!
Yes.
How cool is that?
And we actually met 15 years ago. I was on my way over to a friend's house to do some songwriting, and I had been asking the universe. I said, please bring me that person, that my soulmate, my partner, the person I'm supposed to do this journey with. And I got to my friend's house, and they introduced me to Nash. And I said, not today. And so I knew instantly that he was my person.
Oh, wow.
We didn't explore it for 6 months.
That was 15 years ago.
Yeah, that was 15 years ago. We just started writing songs together, and we kept writing songs together. And then after a few months of us writing songs together,
my brain kicked in.
his brain kicked in. He had no idea.
And you came from totally different places. Nash, you're
Yes.
from Quebec.
He's
Yeah.
from Quebec.
French Canadian.
Yeah. And I'm from Seattle.
So, and then you in a lot of worlds you would never have met, but in the
Never.
perfect world you did. And not only do you have music in common, but you have this health thing that you are both on this health journey, and you're sharing now with other people this amazing story of health, because a good healthy relationship is spirit, mind, and body. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Yeah. 10 years ago, ironically, or no, 12 years ago, when we got married, the first month that we got married, I ended up in a bed for a month, and he had to take care of me for 30
Wow.
days. I couldn't move. He had to carry me to the bathroom. He had to carry me to the doctor. And so it was a test of, of sorts, but we made it through. And once we made it through and I was able to get up and walk again and carry myself, I said, I don't want this for anybody. I want to be able to help people. I want to help them find their own healing inside themselves. And that kind of started me on this path of wanting to go out there and help as many people as I could spread this message that inside of us all, we have this mindset and we have this heart and the spirit, like you said. And if you tap into it, it can bring out and raise that vibration and raise you up out of all of that stuff. And I'm telling you, it might sound crazy. I'm telling you, I lived it. I walked that journey with my friend who had ALS for 7 years. And
they thought we were crazy when we tried to tell them we were going to try and help her out of that hospital. And
we got her out of that hospital.
She walked out.
Amen. Wow.
Yeah, she walked out of the hospital.
And that's what brings us to why you're here today and this beautiful event called Rock ALS. It's going to be 2/22/22. Imagine Hope, a silent auction and benefit at the Franklin Theater, a lovely place. And it's got all sorts of great people who are going to be a part of it. And you can get tickets right now at RockALS.com. ALS probably is the most cruel disease, followed right after by Parkinson's. I think those are cruel in ways that we can't describe.
Yeah. And, as much as it's hard to watch somebody that you really love and care for decline, and they still have their mind with them, and they have nothing from the neck down. So no movement. The only thing they have is their thoughts. And the one thing that she taught me was that even through all of that and all the stuff that we were going through every single day, we still grabbed on and gravitated towards stuff that would make us laugh, stuff that would make us smile, finding grace in all of the pain that we were going through, because it was a
Right.
hard thing. You're dealing with all sorts of things, a vent and ports and bacterias and things that you have to overcome. And she was like so courageous that she showed me that the human spirit was stronger than I could ever imagine. And I have nothing ever to complain about after living with that woman for 7 years, because nothing could ever touch anything that we've experienced together. And
Wow.
the human spirit is so powerful, and we have to gravitate towards that spirit inside of us and lift it up and believe in it, because it can change your everyday.
We've seen a lot of
We've seen
miracles
it.
now. We can't be talked out of
I
these
can't.
miracles. You
You
can't
can't.
unsee what we've seen.
Yeah, I just can't.
You know what? I always tell everybody I have a really strong faith. And if we don't believe that our God is strong enough to create miracles today, just like he could, I mean, if someone could be raised from the dead after 3 days in biblical times, it can still happen today. And we just have to cling to the fact that miracles still happen.
Absolutely.
And you described one, and I believe that we're going to find a cure for this incredible cruel disease, and we're going to say we are stronger. The human spirit is stronger than the disease that tries to take it. Talk about a little bit about, do you have the list of all the people who are going to be there?
I have Anthony Adams, who was Anthony Adams and the Night Owls. He's another local favorite from Franklin, Tennessee. He's amazing. He's one of our favorite artists.
Yeah.
And then Jen Palmer, she's actually been along this. Actually, both Anthony and Jen have been with us for all of our concerts. And Jen, her grandmother actually had ALS too, so she was a caregiver for ALS.
Wow.
And she has the most beautiful heart, and her voice is just angelic. Yeah. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about these two artists. Just coming to see them enough is worth coming to see the concert. It's real heart-driven music, storytelling, and just stuff that you feel, and you can see that they feel it too, and it touches our hearts to have them a part of this. Joel Meeks is going to be doing some spoken word. He's another local favorite. He's hilarious. Jason Marsden, who's an actor and producer,
Yes.
he is going to be emceeing the event. He's also a voiceover actor, so you might have heard his voice on a number of things like the Goofy movie as Goofy Son, or there's just a ton. There's Binks the cat. And then Roy Laws is going to be painting, and he's another Franklin favorite, and he does a lot of live painting art. His style is so emotional, and he'll be up there channeling the energy that's coming off the stage from all the music. So I'm excited about that too.
It's going to be absolutely a beautiful event, and you can remember the date very easily. 2/22/22. I go, it's a date you can remember if you've even had a cocktail. You can remember it, just 2/22/22.
Exactly. It's a magical day. It's also the day that we lost my friend. She passed away on 2/22 last year.
After 10 years.
After 10 years with ALS.
My goodness.
And,
Excuse me.
and so she transitioned on that day. So we decided that we were going to make this her Remembrance Day as a part of our thing. And we're giving to ALS, to ALS Tennessee chapter, but we're also, I started Traveling Caregivers Ministries so that I can start sponsoring families, because one of the things that I learned the most is that families need help. They need care. They need caregivers. They need a day off. They need somebody to give them groceries. They need somebody to come in and do the laundry, or just give them any moment that they might be able to breathe. Because when you're living the ALS journey, it's 24-hour care, and things change, and they can change really fast. It can go from good to bad, like right before your eyes. And so, you have to be able to handle that and be in good spirits and with your own self. And so that was another thing I learned, was self-care was one of the most important things of this journey for me, to be able to self-care for myself while I was caring for her.
The story where you put your mask on first as the plane starts going down is a must. You can't help anybody if you don't have your mask on. You have to take care of yourself first. It's just against natural human. Got to help you right away. Got to use it first, then you got it, because you'll burn yourself out.
Wow, that's so important. Now, there are a couple of websites that people need to remember other than RockALS.com. They need to remember DawnLovesNash.com.
Yes.
You remember it's their 12th anniversary, and Dawn Loves Nash. And from there, you can also go to travelingcaregivers.com and tell people quickly a little bit about what you do and how they can, that you guys can key into this, because if you haven't figured out that these people together bring about this incredible light, and you guys are healing just to watch. I'm going to tell you, just watching you. That's why I know that you have a new version of the song, and
thank you for posting that. It was nice watching ourselves from a couple of years back and just bouncing around, and we had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah, I mean, it made me feel good, and I know it makes, and we need anything that we can make to make ourselves feel good. But traveling caregivers can make you feel good.
Yes. So traveling caregivers, I wanted to start something to give back to those who care for others, caring for those who care for others. So I don't just care for the ALS families, but I care for caregivers too. Being a caregiver who was kind of thrown into the situation, I had to learn how to caregive. And there was a lot of ground to cover there when you're dealing with ALS. And so before that, I became a holistic coach because of my own personal healing journey. So now I am a holistic coach. So I look at mind, body, spirit, nutrition, raising that vibration inside of us so that we can raise that spirit in us, because it's the spirit that's driving the ship. And so it's just how we're expressing ourselves. And ALS is unfortunate, but unfortunately it's an expression that got us to here. And so if I hadn't have had that experience, I wouldn't have come to here. And what it's taught me is that I'm super ecstatic about life in general. Like, I'm ecstatic to be here with you. I'm ecstatic about every single moment that I get to breathe, because this moment right now is all the moments we have. Is right now. It's all I'm entitled to. So while I'm here, I want to give this to everybody and know that everybody can have this if they want.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, that is what you guys make me feel when I watch you. When I enjoy your music, and I mean, and that, I mean, singing that all the rest of this day. DawnLovesNash.com, travelingcaregivers.com, and of course, RockALS.com. 2222. Remember the show at the Franklin Theater. Bless you and have a great rest of your day. Guys, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Devin. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye-bye. I just could talk to them all the day. I just want to hang out with them. I want to hang out with them. But we're going to hang out with our governor right now, because he has a good word. And then my friend Bernie Berlin from A Place to Bark up in Portland, Tennessee. Portland Sun is our newspaper there.
Our American spirit is being tested. But in Tennessee, we're proof that America hasn't lost her way. From frontier to front runner, our state has been a beacon to the nation for 225 years. This is America at its best. We guard God-given freedom with a safe and just society. We innovate to meet the greatest challenges of our day. We value the privilege of America, and we hold great hope for the future. Now more than ever, it's clear that our ordinary is the rest of the country's extraordinary. Our National Guard, our nurses and healthcare workers, first responders and teachers and small businesses. Tennessee is the capital of working people USA. The times we're living in are not for the faint of heart. Scripture describes an especially wise people who understood their times and knew what to do. May we be those people. As Tennesseans, we will pray, we will serve, and we will act. America needs Tennessee because we are America at its best.
Got a call. I wasn't planning on leaving the shelter today. Got a call from animal control, pretty urgent. Pregnant mom. She's ready to give birth at any minute. She's been there for several weeks. She has never offered to bite there, but extremely fearful, which is understandable. You know, when dogs get in that environment and there's just hundreds of other dogs barking, and the energy is, you know, it's hard on them. Because if an animal can, think about it, if an animal can sense a seizure before it happens, how much do they feel? I mean, they're incredibly feeling beings. So we have a pregnant mom, scared, you know, full of babies, stuffed over full. Her hormones are racing, and she's been there for a bit of time, so she's breaking down in the kennels. And another rescue came to get her, but moved too quickly, mishandled the loading, and so the dog tried to bite and was left behind. And you know, I don't blame anyone, but what bothers me the most is when people start businesses or trades. They have to learn their trade. And when rescues don't know basic training or don't know animal behavior, I think it's a must, because we fail the animals if we don't. And so I'm gonna go, because if I don't take this mom, she will be euthanized. And I'm anti-needless euthanasia. There are times that euthanasia is the kindest thing we can do for suffering animals, for animals that genetically may not be right, for dogs that have been horribly abused and cannot be rehabbed. But in a situation like this, she's got so much stacked against her. And, you know, I'm going to go down there, assess her, and give her a chance. So, you know, I have more to say, but I just wanted to check in. I've been having a hard time posting. I've been so busy. Things have been so crazy. And, you know, I'm going to post links because, you know, people say all the time, I want to run a rescue. Well, but you don't have the space, can't foster, etc. But what about taking training classes? What about donating time and going to the shelters and training the dogs, learning behavior? Because that's what's going to save their lives. The skills that one would learn to teach, because dogs only know how to be dogs. It's our expectations as people that we want dogs to behave a certain way, to do a certain thing. And so they have to be taught. You know, dogs have been domesticated to be companion animals for us humans. And what have we done with that gift? It's a shame. And so it's up to us to help them and not fail them. You know I sound pretty soapbox preachy, but they're animals, they're dogs. They need help. They depend on humans. So, all right, I'm gonna get going. Just wanted to check in on this rainy, gloomy day. And I'll check in with you later. So please be patient. I'm kind of struggling a little bit with my posting. Just a lot of stuff. And our shelter's full. So I'll be back with you, I promise. And I'll let you know how this mom's doing. So we're headed to the vet. This is the mama dog I rescued the other day. She's been a little bit of a project, but other than being over the top fearful, and you know, you got to put yourself in her place. She was live trapped, you know, stray. She's under socialized. She has a belly full of babies, and she's been in very foreign, unknown places. So today we turned a corner, and I have no fear that she's going to bite me. She's not a bad dog. She's just afraid. And we've come a long way in a few days, but something's not right with her. And it's more than just a pregnancy. I mean, I've been doing this 20 years. There's something else, and I'm a little worried that she might have a blockage. And, you know, when we see stray dogs that have been in the field and, you know, just fending for themselves, they will eat most anything just to stay alive. So we're going to go get that checked out and just get everything checked out with her to make sure that all those babies are good. She also has kennel cough, which is going to be a challenge because with as pregnant as she is, you know, you hate to give them antibiotics that could affect the babies. So we're going to see what my vet has to say. But so we're going to need donations because I'm still trying to dig myself out of the red zone with the credit cards. If you could donate to the vet, that would be perfect. This way you know where your donation's going and the vet bills get paid for these dogs. And then there's 4 dogs also going in that will be spayed. And then I also have another dog that's having surgery. So I think it's about $1,300 for those today, and then whatever she's going to be. But yeah, I'm a little worried about her. So we're off and running. Just wanted to check in, and thank you again.
I tell you, if there's ever a saint on this planet, it is Bernie Berlin and what she does with A Place to Bark. It's incredible. I know that when they were having riots in Chicago, she was driving her van filled with puppies that were getting new homes. And someone was hanging off of her van, and she went down to Louisiana, my home state, and was rescuing dogs down there. And a man tried to accost her. I mean, she goes where angels fear to tread. If you want to help her in her cause, Venmo is at A Place to Bark. PayPal is paypal.me/A Place to Bark, or you can give directly for A Place to Bark at Orchard Park Animal Hospital in White House, Tennessee. So I know it was little writing if you're like me and you watch on, all my TV is on my phone now. I mean, I swear to you, I have like 4 TVs. I haven't plugged anyone in because I'm always out with the animals and stuff. So I've always got in the front of my overalls. I've got my phone there and I listen as much as I do anything. So there you go. A Place to Bark, Portland, Tennessee, the home of our newspaper for Main Street, the Portland Sun. And we hope that if you have a story about animals, or maybe you have a cool animal video that you took of your own animal, devinoday@gmail is how you get stuff to me. It's really, really easy. And I'm excited that you're here, and I'm excited that you guys share our stories every day. Victoria Veneer said she got both her dogs at A Place to Bark. And Victoria is so glad that you're here. And don't forget, Victoria is still looking for Banjo, her dog that is missing. And if you have any information, just go to Victoria Veneer's page and you can find pictures of Banjo, and let's help her find him. Because I've had dogs literally that we have found years after they got lost, and we have found them homes. Shares save lives. It is Waggin Tales Wednesday, and we are living in the most wonderful place in the whole world. If you are thinking about a place for a vacation, Tennessee has got to be top of your list. Come on.
Play on it like it's your biggest hit record.
Well, you've been away. We've been busy.
Designing.
Oh, let me try that one on.
And writing.
And cooking.
And recording.
Come on back. Whenever you're ready.
And creating.
Come on back.
And creating.
Any time of year.
And creating.
Come on back. We're holding steady.
And creating.
Come on back.
And still hot.
We'll be right here.
So come on back to the one place that never gets old.
And always feels like new.
Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back.
Come on back. Visit Music City. Our convention bureau is fantastic, and we are glad to have you all coming on back. Make sure that you subscribe wherever you're watching this. We are Main Street Media of Tennessee, which means we have 14 papers around Middle Tennessee, and we're growing every day. Plus, we have Main Street Preps that covers high school sports, and we've got all sorts of shows like Mornings on Main Street with Big Joe on the Go. Joe Dubin, from formerly of Channel 4, now with us, and his heart is with the dogs. And we're going to close with a Pet of the Week compilation that he and Hunter Briley have put together. They are finding homes for dogs every single week. Our last story is Big Joe on the go and all the dogs that have found homes because of his Pet of the Week segment.
And I can't think of anything more important than buying and selling a new home, except for one thing, and that's finding a new home for a displaced pet here in the Middle Tennessee area.
We got Mr. Charlie out at Lucky Farms Animal Rescue, a sweet little pit bull named Luna at Mount Juliet Animal Control. Please help us find her a home. We're getting him back to on all four paws, but we need someone to take him home.
Hunter Briley, Regal Realty Group, proud sponsor of Pet of the Week. He was the first one to hop on board, 4 or 5 months ago. Let's bring in our good friend Hunter Briley from Regal Realty Group, who joins us this morning. My man, how are you, buddy?
He doesn't even know he's missing a leg. He's that sweet. I know somebody out there has a place in their home for him.
Thank you so much, Joe, for all your help and work that we're doing on this. I'm so excited to be part of Pet of the Week every single week. Love you, Big Joe. Love you bunches. See you.
Hero, man.
I love what they're doing. I absolutely love what they're doing in the morning. And you know what? Our Waggin Tails Wednesday, if you'd like to join with us and be part of the solution to help all pets. And, you know, of course, me, I'm not just dogs. I work with horses. My Angel Horse Farm has special needs livestock and senior equines. I have 4 equines over the age of 30. So if you want to be part of what we are doing here at Main Street, you just let me know. Just drop me a line at devinoday@gmail.com. And if I can't help you, I know someone who will. I got Mona Bagsby. I've got Amanda Hunt. I've got all sorts of folks in all the areas and all the burgs that I can connect you. If there's something that you want to get your message out, we have an affordable way for you to do it. And we hope that you'll reach out to us. Well, we're going to close the way we always do. Be safe, everybody. Be kind. But most of all, remember you are loved. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
Nothing like the sunrise with your coffee in the morning, or taking a good book off the shelf. Another thing I love the most than being on my own is together with everybody else. Together like it's Southern Sunday service. Together on my front porch with my friends. Together we